This is the most compact full-size electric guitar that I've ever played or even seen before, and I thought this model was really interesting, so I wanted to do a full review for you guys. Full disclosure, Donner Guitars did send me this guitar a few months ago to do a few short videos on, so you may have seen me using it a couple times on the channel before. This video is not sponsored at all. I just thought the guitar was really interesting, and I've been playing it for a few months, and I've actually been really enjoying it. Some of you guys may be thinking, what is even the point of this? Kind of just looks like the bones of a guitar, right? But it's super convenient. You guys may know, besides doing YouTube videos and all that, I teach guitar full time. That's my day job, and a lot of times I'm traveling to do that, and bringing this guitar with me while I'm traveling is so convenient because it's super small and it's also not super pricey, so I can throw it in my car even if it's really hot. Right now it's like 100 degrees outside. I'm not really worried about the guitar getting heat damage or anything, but the main thing is just how small it is. It actually gets even smaller than this. It comes apart, so you can see these wings on the side here. That comes off. The bottom one comes off too. So then we just have the guitar body like this. It comes with this nice case, which is super small. It's like smaller than a violin case. So real quick, I'll just put it in here so you can see it all fits. The body goes in here. It's got some Velcro locking and a strap to keep it all in there. And then in the top compartment here, easily fits the other parts of the guitar. That one goes right in there. And then the smaller part for the bottom of the guitar fits right there, held in with Velcro and the strap again. You just zip that up. You can just chuck this thing around. It's really lightweight too. And there's also some extra pouches in here where you can keep like a tuner, some extra strings, whatever you want. Let's get it back out of here real quick. These things just snap right in really easily. You just pull this back to unlock it, push it right in there. Put it back. That one's locked in, so it's not going to come apart or anything while you're playing. Same thing with the top one. You pull this back to unlock it. Nice and easy, all locked in. It works really well if you play in the classical position or just standard guitar playing position. It looks like it would be uncomfortable, but this part fits on your leg just like a regular electric guitar would. And this part right here is super comfortable for where your arm would be resting. It feels like playing any other full-size electric guitar. It's a little light, but you'll also notice we don't have any neck dive or anything. I can sit it like this because there's no headstock. We don't have to worry about it diving down like that. Some guitars will have that issue. Really comfortable for playing for a long time. Sometimes I'll just chill on the couch with it, just jam around a little bit. Let's talk about the guitar a little bit, the specs, what kind of stuff it has, and why I like using it so much. So usually for these kinds of reviews, I'll start up at the headstock, but you can see we don't have one of those. So we'll start with the neck. The finish on the neck is real smooth. It's just the perfect kind of neck I like. It's a little bit thick, so if you're looking for a super thin, like Ibanez style neck, that's not gonna be this. But what I really love is the finish. It's really smooth. You don't have that sticky feel to it or anything like that. And then one of the things that I noticed right away when I was playing this is the frets. So a lot of times when I get a new guitar, I'll run my fingers along the side of the neck to see if there's any frets poking off or if you can feel them or anything like that. The frets here, I don't know if you guys are really going to be able to see them in the video. They're rounded off at the edges, totally rounded. So they don't even go all the way to the end of the fretboard, just real close, and they just feel really smooth to play. They are nickel frets, but once you play them a bit and break them in, they start to feel really nice. And we do have 22 frets here, which is pretty good for a travel size guitar. Moving down to the body here, you can see we do have a truss rod cover right there, so you can just take that off if you ever need to adjust the neck. I haven't had to make any adjustments or anything like that yet. It came set up really well, pretty good low action that I like to play on. And then we've got two pickups, so depending on what you're into, you can use either one. We've got the humbucker in the bridge and the single coil in the neck. Pickup selector here. It feels kind of loose a little bit, just kind of wobbles, but when you set it to whatever position you want it to be in, it stays. It's really secure. And then we just have one knob here, but it's got an outside knob and an inside knob, so you can do tone and volume with just the one knob. We don't have any tuning mechanisms up on the headstock, so your tuning pegs are all right here. They're really easy to just adjust, pretty straightforward. One thing that I've been really impressed with about this one is the tuning stability. I'll be playing it a lot, and then after a week I'll go to check the tuning and it's still in tune most of the time. So I've been really impressed with that, especially for the low price of this guitar. In this panel down at the bottom here, you see we have our regular guitar input, so you can of course plug it into any amp you want. Headphone jack, so you can actually plug your headphones right into there and listen to it without even needing an amp or anything. And it has a speaker output as well, and you can actually use this button to switch the pickups between active and passive mode. On the back, we've just got our little battery slot in here, and conveniently on the back panel here, it has all the Allen keys, hex wrenches that you would need to do any adjustments on the guitar. I wish more guitars would have something like that, so you'd never have to run around looking for tools. So probably the big question is, does it actually sound any good? Well, let's get it plugged in. You guys can let me know what you think. And this is with the active pickup switch engaged. Let me know if you prefer the sound of the active or the passive pickup, and if you've ever played any kind of guitar like this before. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great one.